let's do a little update on these moldy babies and see what their first shed is looking like. Now we're just going to update on Noelle and Kirby. They're the oldest two. They're definitely the ones in the midst of their shedding. The other two really aren't old enough to shed fully yet. I barely see any on Ruby. I've seen a little bit on Ted over there, but let's focus on the two that are looking a little mangy. Oh my gosh, Kirby. I mean, I was blessed with the fact that she's a bay roan. I truly didn't think she was going to be a bay roan, and I absolutely adore when roans have their first shed, especially when they don't look roan to begin with, because it's just out of nowhere and it just makes them look so disgusting. But then when it's all said and done, it's gorgeous. And by the way, when I'm saying moldy, that is just purely a joke, okay? That's not an industry term. That's not a breeder term. This is their shedding process, okay? But I say they look moldy because doesn't she look like a moldy cheese or something? So her face is getting darker. You can see around her eyes that she's going to be that color. And a lot of the time, the first time a foal sheds, it's going to be darker than what they end up. It's going to be the darkest shade that they'll ever have. Her legs will start to shed black. You can definitely see it on her ankles, and it's beginning around her feet. So she should have black up to her knees by the end of it. Since she is a bay base coat, she will always have black mane and tail, black points on her ears, her muzzle, her legs, all of those things. And then on her hip is where you can see all the roaning coming out. And again, this might be her darkest shed, but I really think she's going to end up looking like her Aunt Ethel. And then Noelle over here, so we know she's not roan. Or you know what? I say she's not. I never saw any signs of her being roan. Excuse me, Kennedy. But look at her booty, definitely darkening up. All the hair coming off of her butt, the backs of her legs. It's actually pretty significant if she'll let me show you. Like the insides of her legs. Her mane is coming in super dark. Look at the bottom of her mane where it's growing in. Her face is what gets me. So I really believe she looks exactly like her Aunt Annie did when Annie shed out for the first time. Annie was this rich red, and then when she shed out, she was super dark. So I truly believe that this little girl is going to end up being a liver chestnut, and I could not be happier about that. With her white and her face, she is going to be the most gorgeous, dark, rich, regal. Oh my gosh, you're going to be amazing. So liver chestnut's what I think. If you think she's going to end up being more along the lines of what her mama looks like, let me know. But I've seen baby pictures of Erlene, and she was never this dark. So yeah, we got one that's molding into a bay roan, and I believe this one is going to be a liver chestnut. Let me know what you think.